Hello everybody, welcome to a different kind of video. So, a couple of people were asking like, hey, you have plants, can we see them? So today, since it is the 1.5 year anniversary that I have had most of these plants, I figured, you know what, why not just do a plant tour? Because I've got a couple plants, you can see them, doesn't really matter to me. So, I'm just gonna start from like age-wise, and I'm gonna show you all the plants that I've gotten from just kind of over the 1.5 years. So we'll start down with this little cactus. This is a gold lace cactus actually, and a lot of people just think cactus. No, there are different kinds of cacti. So this one, you can touch it, it's not gonna prick you or anything. They've got these little what are they? They're like the little not thorns, but they move inward. Little I'm not even sure what they're called. Spikes? No, not really. They move inward, so I can touch this all I want. And I'm not gonna really lie, the reason I mainly got it a 1.5 years ago is because it looked like a penis. I know, haha, funny. So that was the first plant that I got, and then it kind of just started this whole fiasco of me buying a whole ton of plants. So I guess we'll go on to this long one because this was the second one that I got, and obviously it looks long. This is a ghost plant, so I actually have 2 of these. One of them is actually not doing too well, and that's because this massive one that I've just been kind of having now, don't let them do this, because I actually found out like maybe a couple months ago that the reason that they reach out so much is because I'm restricting them of sunlight. So don't do this, because one, this made it really hard for the plants under it to actually get some sunlight, and 2, it ended up killing this one because actually it's not dead, because I did actually move this out into the sun. It started sprouting up a couple more little buds, but don't let your plant get this massive, because it just kind of becomes an inconvenience. It just shadows over every plant. So like if we look at this one over here, if I can get an angle on it, this one down here, this is the lawyer's tongue, I think. That's not like the botanical name for it, but that's just kind of what I remember it as. But this one, you can see how it was restricted by the planting down here. So this is the plant itself. I think this is called a lawyer's tongue. I'm not even sure. I don't have any way to really check unless I like look it up myself. But I think that I did enough research on these that I have taken fairly good care of them. So that's it for the first pot right here. I'm gonna go grab the second, and I'll be right back with all of you. So here's my second little box of plants right here. So right here, I actually can't touch this one because it does actually hurt, and I couldn't really get it into the planter originally because I kept pricking myself on this. This is a moon cactus. See, there's different kinds of cacti. So this one's a moon cactus. This actually goes down really far into the soil, and I was actually kind of proud of this one because I think I did a fairly, I mean, it's starting to brown a little bit. Actually, it's not brown, it's green. It just looks brown on the camera. But this one, I'm actually kind of proud of. I like it. And I think it just looks really nice, adds a color variety to my entire room, especially because you get this nice pink right here. And it just looks really nice. It's like a calming plant right there. So move over to this one. This is a, I think it's like a 𝚎𝚗𝚎𝚎. I don't even know how to say it, but all I know is it starts with a C. Probably like aisle plant or whatever. So this is a really nice one because originally when I got this, it was only 1. Now it's 3. So I've had this one for this entire one for about a year now. And then I saw that it was kind of sprouting new ones, and I was like, hey, you know what, maybe I should try taking care of those ones too. So I actually do need to repot this one, because if you see, the roots are starting to come out. The pot's not big enough to hold all of it, so I do need to pick up a bigger pot for this one. But I think it's looking pretty nice right now. And then finally, on this pot, I think that this one is actually probably one of my favorites. This is a zebra wort. And you can see where it gets its name, zebra wort, because 1, it's got the zebra pattern. 2, I don't know where wart came from, but zebra plant, zebra wart. Pretty much, they just look cool. So that's it for this pot. Here's one more final view of it. And I'm gonna go get my third. Now this one's probably the most depressing pot right here, so the main reason being this fern. I know, I killed a fern. Oh my god, I'm so terrible. Now, the reason that the fern died was not because, oh, I overwatered a fern. No, it was because I put it in sunlight. Because ferns are a shade plant. And when I potted this one, I actually potted it on a shadier day. So I at least wanted to give it some sunlight. But it ended up being like right directly into the sunlight on one side. And then that just kind of killed the entire plant by the next time I was going to water it. So, not a good idea. Keep in mind, ferns are a shade plant. This comes obvious because ferns in the woods, they're a ground plant under like a whole ton of trees. Anyway, so these two are jade plants, I think. I'm pretty sure that these are jade plants. I know this one might be a jade plant. I'm not sure. I think it's a jade plant. Those are the only... This one's the only one that I'm unsure of. I'm pretty sure this is a jade plant. I'm not... I hope. And then finally on this spot we have this, which I think this is like an 𝚬𝚙𝚎 or something. But it's a pretty nice one too, actually. I enjoy this one a lot also, mainly because of color variety. And it also has these cool little roots on the side, so if I can actually take this out of the... without it being imbalanced, you can see that kind of has like this cool little tilt to it. And it's really hard to move around with my microphone here, but I can't really move it. But it is probably one of my more favorite plants, mainly because color variety and all that. And I just think that it's really nice to have around here. So that's it for the... this is the third one. So that's how many plants down. That's 8, 9, 10, 11. That's about 11 plants down so far. We've got a couple more to go. This right here is my lucky bamboo plant. And what I found funny about this one was that it's actually part of asparagus. Or was it like the group family, whatever they call it in botanical terms. And when I saw that this was from asparagus or something like that, I was like, oh, that's actually kind of neat. So if I can get a full... There you go. That's the bamboo plant. I don't want to turn it around because I don't want to hit my microphone. So you get an up close view of that. So this one's my lucky bamboo plant. It's pretty cool. If I move this mic over, I can probably pull it down a little bit. So this is a really nice one. The main reason that I like it is because it's got this kind of curvy end right here. And it's being held up with a couple of bits of, what is this? This is like twine, something like that. And I just think it looks really nice, especially like in my window, because it's every time I'm out in the backyard or something and I come by my window, I just notice this one especially. It's the tallest one that I have. It looks really nice. And I think I paid like 17 bucks for this, but I don't regret it at all. It was a nice purchase and I enjoy having this thing kind of just sitting around, just doing its own thing. It's a really nice plant and I enjoy it a lot. So we've actually got 2 more plants over here. We have, if I can move my mic over here, we have an aloe vera plant right here and then a weeping vine plant just above it. So those are really all that I have. I don't have much to say about them except that since the limited light space in my room is pretty bad, I just have them sitting on a grow light. And if you actually, I have one more thing. Sorry if you can hear my mic arm moving, but if we grab this was supposed to be a native terrarium, but it doesn't look good at all, mainly because I got small weeds and weeds aren't cool. So I mean, some are, but when you live where I live, not really. They're just an inconvenience and they grow on concrete. And this is the final living plant that I have in my room. This is my just normal zebra plant. Now, you can tell that it's a little brown. That's because it wasn't doing too well a couple months ago. So I'm kind of in the process of actually bringing it back because this entire thing was not looking too good. I went out for a bit, and I guess it needed a little bit more care by the time I got back. So I've been working with this thing for a couple months now, and it's actually starting to get its green color back. So now I just got to work on just a little bit, probably get rid of the brown in here. So I don't really have any like facts I can tell about these, mainly because this is more of just a plant tour. I don't think any of you are like interested in learning anything about these. If you want to learn something about these, I'll gladly make a video explaining a couple of things, because I mean, I don't want to make like a whole trivia like, oh, check out this plant, you know, hey, what's the, I don't know, what's the scientific botanical name of this plant. No, this was just mainly a plant tour because someone on my Discord server asked for a plant tour, so there you go. Anyway, that's gonna be it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed this kind of video. It was kind of nice just stepping away from gaming to show you a little bit around. Now, I also do have fake plants, and they're not really all that impressive, so I'm not even gonna really show those. Plus, they're fake, they're not real. You know, you can see one in the back right here. It's just down there. That's just for decoration because my room doesn't get a lot of sunlight. But anyway, that's gonna be it for today's video. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know what you think, and I will see all of you in the next video. Goodbye, everyone.